Hey there. Just finished day 42. I'm actually in my new room. I've got like mirrors now and stuff, and like this little bed that I put together over here. No chair yet, so I'm just like kneeling down. But it's pretty chill. I definitely like it. The location's closer to like the mall, so I can get to this mall that I've been going to all the time pretty quickly. Today went pretty well. I finished the drills, so I'm pretty happy about that. I kind of wanted to like do more of these drills. I spent yesterday and just all day today just doing this day of drills, and I ended up hitting up more than 20 girls. Lots of failed attempts, and then lots of really good ones that came out with some kind of like new things I hadn't done before and kind of worked for me. One thing is that whenever I kind of had been building up this like idea of how am I going to stop these girls that are walking the entire time during the program, and it came down to where I would eventually I would turn. At first, right, I would say something. If they didn't hear me, I would keep walking. Later on, I would kind of like turn and and repeat myself maybe 2 times, a few times, and then see if they would turn around, and sometimes they would, and and then I would inch closer to them and tell them what I was like, hey, I think you're cute, my name's Steve, and then so that kind of worked, but I found it more effective today if they're passing by and I say, hey, I think you're cute, because almost all the time they almost don't think you're talking to them, it seems. So what I did was, I would say, hey, I think you're cute, and I knew they would probably keep on walking, so I just kept following them, hey, I think you're cute, and then whispering, or not whispering, but telling it to them, from behind them, so they knew I was following them and trying to talk to them, and they would turn around, and most of the time, those came out pretty well. Yeah. Also, I think pausing when I'm saying it kind of helps. I mean, the girls that I guess aren't interested at all, or not available at all, they won't let you go on, or they'll just kind of start ignoring you. But the ones that kind of are caught in with whatever you're saying and how you look, I guess the pausing really helps. You don't sound like you're rushing your words. I kind of I came across more confident, I think, on some of those, and it came out pretty well. Some of the reactions I got, had one married girl tell me, she's like, oh, she was just walking in front of me. I was like, hey, wait a second, and then finally get her attention. I was like, hey, I think you're cute. My name's Steve. And then she's like, oh, and she was looking at me, and then she's like, I'm married, but thanks, anyways. I was like, cool, that's all right. Do you have the time? I think I was asking her the time at that one. And then she's like, yeah, here you go, and then here's the time or something. And then it's like, that takes courage, so that was cool. And I was just thinking, she has no idea, how many girls I'd been approaching since this program started to, get to that point, which is funny. But, yeah, so that was kind of cool. I had one chick at the end of the night. She was she seemed to be really into what I was saying. I did, it was one of those where I had to chase her down, not chase her down, but just follow her for a few steps to get the words out, and so she knew I was talking to her, and she turned around, and I was like, hey, I think you're cute. My name's Steve. I repeated myself twice, I think, because she was just looking at me, and then I was like, I gave her the handshake. This is when we had to do the handshake, and she was just like, oh, all right, I was like, so do you have the time, She's like, oh, time for what, I think she wanted, I think she thought I was asking her if she had time to go somewhere, or something like that. Anyways, I just told her I just needed the time and everything. I said, thanks. So that was one that seemed was interested pretty hard. She was pretty cute. Yeah, I got a few that ignored me. A few that ignored me. I always get those. A few that were just annoyed by me. There was one chick yesterday I think I approached twice. She was just probably pretty annoyed. It was funny. And I had one chick earlier today. cute, really short Asian girl. She was pretty open about it. I noticed like if I go up to the ones that are standing, just kind of like stationary looking at something, the best way to open those for me is to be like, hey there, or come by close, like as if I'm looking for something, and say, hey there. Wait till you get their attention, wait to get their attention like that, and say, hey, I think you're cute. Your name is this. There was one cute white chick who was open to it all too. Yeah, so had some pretty good reactions when I think about it. I was even like, my last drill was a chick that was like not interested. It seemed like she was just trying to get somewhere, but she gave me the time. She gave me directions to the movies, all that stuff. There was one chick who told me she was married, I think, and she's like, sorry, like I think she pat me on the back or something like that. It was weird. You feel like a little vulnerable on some of them, as Chris describes in the audio, because you're kind of like putting yourself out there a little bit with the handshake, and sometimes they don't give you the handshake, and you're just like, oh gosh, like, get out of here now. Like, because they're either like creeped out, or I don't know, weirded out, or just like not into it at all. Had a few of those too, yeah. So finished the drills. It was all well and done. 2 days. I'm glad I had to do it. Ended today. I had to finish this one today. And going on to 43 tomorrow. So that's pretty good. Anxiety, it builds up if I skip any girls like that I know I shouldn't be skipping, is when it builds up. And mostly it's like the single girls, or it's just the girls that are on their own, or girls I see in the store and I skip them, and it's like, it would have been like, just go up and do it, because I pretty much know exactly how I should open now, if they're standing or if they're walking. I've been getting good ideas of it, so, and I'm getting better with it, and I'm feeling it out, and my flow, I guess, is going better. So that's some pluses right there. Nothing else I can think of about the day, so that's it for now. Alright.